Okay. Hi! Hi. Hi. Hello. I don't know who I am talking to currently right now. I haven't made a video for 2 years. I have been uploading some vlog style kind of videos. I just didn't really had any insightful thing to say, and so I took a break for like 2 years. It has been a super long while. I did want to sit down here for a sec at the end of 2025. The initial concept for this video is to make a time capsule for my future self, and also just to reflect on how my 20s have been, because I'm currently 25. I'm turning 26 in just a couple of months. This decade does have a special place in my heart because every other decade is going to be different, and I feel like this decade is the very first time where I did become an adult. We're learning everything from scratch. I wanted this video to just kind of not only be a time capsule for the future, but also a sort of a summary of how my 20s have been. Just a little cutesy little video. Mostly to me, but if you're tuning in, thanks for watching. Yeah, so here goes. Okay, let's start with year 20. How did I kickstart into the decade with COVID-19? It was a very interesting time. It's the kind of time that you will never get back. I mean, hopefully we will never have that again. It was a really weird time because looking at it, I looked at it as heaven because we didn't really have to go anywhere. School, I was like a sophomore, I think, going on a junior year of my college life. So it was a pretty busy time. Everything had to be done on Zoom. The world turned upside down. At the time, it was like a very confusing, scary period of your life because nobody really prepared for it, because we were prepared for it to just be like a thing that went on for 2 weeks, right? That was the magic number that we all went by. You didn't know. Like, you kept wondering, like, are we safe or not? It was a topsy-turvy kind of time. It was a turbulent time. I remember I was, like, really stressed about school because, like I said, I was right in the middle of my college year, so it was around the time where classes are getting more challenging, a lot more crowded. So I was kind of spread thin. So yeah, 2020, it was just bombastic, interesting, confusing, turbulent chapter, as well as the first chapter of my 20s. That's how I started my 20s, which is kind of like really weird that that's how my decade started. Do you know what I mean? On to year 21. My 21st year, I would title it as my Korean year. Is the year that I moved to Korea. I will say my 21st year has been the best year out of the whole bunch. Nothing has come close to it yet. It was hands down the best decision I have ever made in my life for so many different reasons, and I'm just so glad that I went because time flew by really fast. It's not because it's just like the sole fact that I moved to a different country, to a cool country. Everything about that year. It's the year that I was pushed out of my comfort zone because I'm a very homebody kind of person. I don't really leave my house, especially coming off from the previous year where it's not just me. Everybody had to stay inside. So from a homebody to become an ultra homebody, I was pushed out of my comfort zone. It's the year where I get to really explore the film industry, something that I'm really interested about, which is storytelling and film in like a really practical way and in a really different kind of environment. It's the year of community as well, because when I moved abroad, the quickest thing I learned is how important it is to have a sense of community, which is why I was just so grateful that I left with 6 other girls, because I thought for the longest time before I signed up for the program I was going to leave by myself because nobody wanted to take the bait. I thought that I had to do it alone for a year, like literally alone. I did not know how 6 other girls came with me, and a lot more people were waiting for us there. We all became friends, and we all really helped one another with just like where to look for groceries, where to look for furniture, you know, daily stuff like cooking, cleaning, I made new long-term friendships because of that program. And that was also the year where I met Greg. That was the year where I got into my first and also a very serious relationship. The program itself, the whole year, it has given me so many new opportunities. Personally, academically, professionally, everything was just new and everything was cool. And I was pushed to the limits so many times that there were moments where I didn't think I would make it because of just pressure. Like, we were taking everything day by day. We pushed through one by one. So 2021 was very memorable. It's very transformative. It's very fun, and it left permanent mark in my heart, genuinely. And I'm so grateful for that chapter in my life. On to 2022. It's the thesis year. And 2021 was on a like a roller coaster high. 2022 is when that roller coaster just plummets down. Not really plummets, because plummeting occurred in the next year. Foreshadow. Okay. 2022 was the year where I came home from Korea, and that was the year where I started doing my thesis work for my college. And so was it 10 months? I came home early on March. My thesis was not done until like early December, so it was 9 to 10 months. I did not go anywhere. COVID was still a thing, like it hasn't fully gone away. And because of this thing that I had to constantly work on, I did not leave my house. It's like COVID part 2. I looked like a disheveled human being. I did not meet up with friends. I only called some of my other friends that went with me to Korea that also had to do thesis alongside with me, because we're on the same academic track and academic pace. And thesis work was a lot. I'd say month 4, 5, the pressure was starting to get to me. And then by month 7, 8, the crunching months right before you had to submit it and you had to go through the final hearing, that was grueling because it's constant. I had to meet up with my thesis advisor every week. It was a creative thesis work, so you have to find an issue and a theory to back up your issue. But we didn't really have to do research or analyze something, but I had to make a screenplay, basically. The screenplay asks the issue that you're bringing up and answers it based on a theory that you put forth. So it's a lot because you had to create something on top of making the paper. I made like an hour kind of long film, so it was like a pretty big screenplay. So it's not just even the fact that I had to meet up with my thesis advisor every week, so I had to come up with some kind of progress every week. Yes, that is a constant pressure, but if I did not come up with progress every week as asked, I would not be able to complete that thesis. The sheer amount of workload that I had to do during those like 10 months-ish, it's pretty grueling, especially during my creative process when I was trying to write the screenplay. At some point, I kind of didn't know what to do with the screenplay anymore. There were days where I would just like try to poke something out of my head and nothing would come out, and I would just be sitting there and on my laptop. I would do anything. I would do different poses if that would make me more comfortable so that I could come up with new ideas. Or like I would take a break, I do Pomodoro, whatever the fuck. I would change work locations, I would change different work strategies. I tried everything. There are just days where nothing came out, especially when it's like during the last months where I could not afford a wasted day. If the paper were not done, then how am I supposed to defend it? I didn't know. I don't know. It was really starting to get to me. So yeah, 2022 was schoolwork. That's it. That's the only thing I did. And then towards the end, I got my dog November of 2022, thinking that it would cheer me up exponentially. No, it didn't. No, it fucking didn't. If anything, it added way more stress in my life. Puppies are like babies. Like they need you for everything, and they poop and they pee everywhere. It is just not a good addition. But anyways, it's fine. It's fine. I have my dog for like 3 years now. I love him to bits. He's sleeping right there. 2023, my 23rd year, is the year of doom. It's the year of existential crisis. Out of the whole bunch, my 23rd year is probably the worst. It's the year I could barely function. And I'm not even kidding. So that was the year where I graduated, and it was also the year where I jumped into the work pool. So I was in the job market for a little while. For like the next 6 months, I had just, I don't know how to like justify it into words. I had the worst, I don't know what you name it even, like just the most intense, horrifying paranoia. I don't want to really get into details because it's too personal for me, but something got triggered that year after I started working, and it's not work related. It's like my mind not only just went dark, it kind of like rotted. I was not able to produce a single positive thought. If I go outside and I see the trees, or I see the sky, or I see a building, I just see a building collapsing into a pool full of lava, or I see a dog happily running around, I just picture it dead. It's like a PC game where everything is normal, but then you put on glasses and it's like upside down in Stranger Things. Saying it's horrible is like just an understatement. It's more than that, I feel like. It made it very hard to get up every morning. It made it hard to just function. So in that first year of work, I carried on and I did my best. It was a very, very dark time. I wish to never repeat that again. But if you ever had like an existential crisis, this hard to explain mental paranoia where everything just feel bottomless and beyond dark, you will never reach no end of it. You can't grasp just how terrified you feel all the time. I just want to say I'm so sorry to hear that, and I'm not gonna say that you're gonna be fine. I wish I could give you a bear hug, because that's what I needed during that time. I don't mean to say this lightly, that it's gonna be fine, but that was 2023, and now we're at 2025, and 2023 was not the end. I'll just say that. It was the worst, and what comes after the worst? Something better. If there's anything that you can take from this is, I really hear you, and I really see you, and I wish I could give you a hug. On to the next year. Year 24. I would call this year the lull year. I feel like 2024 was the come down of 2023. Like I said, I had the worst time. Luckily, I was able to pull myself out by the end of it. So coming into the next year, it was the year of the dragon. For your information, just general knowledge, I am also a dragon. So in the Chinese zodiac, as you know, 12 animals, I was born in the year of the dragon. And so I thought 2024 was the year. The next dragon year, I would have probably be like, what, 36? I'm old! I've been 36, and then afterwards like 40 something, and then 50 something. This is the only time the year's gonna be on my side, on the dragon side, in my 20s. So I thought 2024 was my year, and I hyped myself up like that the entire year, and I did not do anything. Did not do anything of significance that year. And I think, I don't know, the way I looked at it in retrospect is because of that. It was like a come down from the previous year. I was just adjusting back. And I think towards the end, my 24th year is the year of gearing up for this year. I'm gonna get to it. It was a year of a lull because it was adjusting, but it was also building towards something. I just didn't know what yet. Didn't know what it would amount to, because 2024 I started working out again, and I put a lot of emphasis on wanting to get my life back on track. And granted, that has been the main goal for the longest time, but as you can see in the previous years, I have been preoccupied with some other things. And so 2024 was probably the year where I was like, okay, let's get back on the horse. See, I kept hyping myself up. You're the dragon, you're the dragon. I kept hyping myself up, but I never really did it. But it was a lot of emphasis on bettering myself. Nothing really happened 2024, which is a lesson in itself. It is significant in the sense of I needed that recalibration from the previous year, for one. Two, it was kind of preparing me for what happened this year. And then three, felt like it was like a tool, like it was a helper towards the years beside it, you know? So on to like 2025. We've come down to this year, my 25th year, which is this year has been nothing short of a very surprising year. It has been a transformative year, and I feel like I've achieved a lot. It's the year where a lot of the things that I said I wanted to go for, wanted to do, wanted to achieve, it just happened this year. And granted, there's still a lot to go for, but what happened in this year alone, I'm just really proud of myself. 2024, I was just kind of like laying there for the most part. This year was kind of the opposite. If I wasn't at work, like working, at home I was also working, so it felt like I was just always on the go. I was allowed to have many things that I wanted to. And so this year has felt very magical. And I feel like 2025 you could put it like right beside 2021. This year was like the year where I made like huge progress on my fitness journey, and people really started like seeing it for the first time, which is very exciting for me because I've been trying to make this happen for years and years and years on end. It's also the year where a lot of stuff that has been on my back burner for a while, for like a long while, I put in the time to do all of them, and I've accomplished a lot of them. It's the year where I started creating again after like a couple of years where creativity just kind of like vacuumed out of my life. The creative juices are like pumping back in, and I started creating again. I rediscovered my love for singing, and I started practicing that also. Been very great addition to my self-expression. I've been trying really hard to be more social also this year. I met up with friends as much as I can in the capacity that I can, trying to nurture relationships better. So yeah, I feel like this year has been a year of growth. I was allowed to have a lot of progress this year, and so I feel like I'm growing in that sense. And in another sense, I'm also growing because this year was also the year where I am faced with a lot of difficult, big life questions that I still haven't been able to answer correctly, fully, authentically for myself. I'm still struggling with that, but I think that's just a sign of growth to me because I am playing in a bigger playground, so to say. So here we are, closing another year, another chapter. And for me, I am officially closing the first half of my 20s. And I'm turning 26 in a couple of months. And I just feel like it's a fitting time to make this video. I've reached the first halfway point, about to enter the second halfway point of that, to update you guys on where I have been, because I am entering the second latter half of my 20s. And not just to recap, but also to add a little letter to my future self. I've been contemplating the age I wanted to send this letter to. Let's just design this for my 32-year-old self because it's almost 2026. Let's do 6 for 2026. I'm speaking to me now. Hi. Hello. Hi me. Hi you. How are you? How you been? Let's just start with that. Are you feeling okay? How are you feeling today? Are you happy? Where are you in life? Like, where are you right now? There's so many things I wanted to ask you. I don't really know where to start. Where do you live? Are you still like in your hometown? Did you move elsewhere? Are you still in your home country? Did we move abroad? I don't know what to feel about that. Like, I'm split down 50-50. You know we're split 50-50 during this time, right? Either like that's very cool or that's a little bit scary. Do you have a house? Have you bought a house but you still haven't lived in it yet? Or do you currently live in an apartment? Do you have like some other kind of interesting accommodation living situation going on that I don't know about? What do you do? What kind of job do you have? Do you like it? Have you found what it is that you're supposed to do in life? That thing where, okay, this is what I'm gonna fight for. This is what I'm gonna work towards for the rest of my life. Have you changed the definition of that to just not chase a professional success as your vocation? Because you know, right now, I'm still right in the middle of it, like really figuring everything out. We both know that I still haven't done no shit. I was wondering if you have found it yet. Even if you don't, that's fine. Maybe you've been hard on yourself about it, knowing you. don't be too hard on yourself, because that is also another revelation that you have figured out this year. We are so abusive to ourselves. Yes. So yeah, the general work thing. What are your hobbies right now? Do you have the same hobbies that I have right now? Have you finished? I made it a goal to finish all these books in my bookshelf and then even more afterwards. Did we ever end up doing that? Other new hobbies that I don't know about? Have you gotten better at the older hobbies that I wanted to get better at? Did we ever get better at singing? I was hoping that you have a better singing voice than I do right now. I would sing something just so that we could compare. No, I'm not gonna sing anything. No, just answer the question. Did we ever get better at singing? Did we ever get better at video editing? At photography? Designing? Are you still working out? Please tell me that you still work out consistently, because that is something that we've been building towards for a very long time, and it's so hard to get to this place. So please tell me that it is still going on. I'm so scared to hear the answer of this. Are you still taking care of yourself? Are you still watching what you eat? You should. If I'm doing it, you should definitely do it. I hope you do. Did you ever go to some other exciting place? Because the farthest I have ever been to is we went to Europe. By this point, 25, Europe is like the farthest we've ever been to. After this, did you ever go to some place interesting, cool, that you'd like to share? I would like to know that. Where did we go? Did we go somewhere beautiful? Did you go like this? After that, did you go just like do this? You always do it. Oh yeah, also, did you buy a new camera? Did you buy a new laptop? Did you buy a new phone? What is your phone right now? What is your camera right now? Because right now, you have a rinky-dink old, 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old camera. You have a 5-year-old phone, a 7-year-old laptop that is barely hanging on. Or maybe you've added into your gear things that I don't even know. What are you like these days? If you were to describe yourself, how would you do that? Right now, I would describe myself as I have a good head on my shoulders, but I do have that mental thing going on. But pretty resilient. I do things pretty slow. I don't know if I would say that I'm a happy person, but I am objectively happier than when I was a teenager. How would you describe yourself now? I wonder. Can't really tell. I am procrastinating on asking the important question because I am very terrified to hear your answers, even though I genuinely will never be able to hear the prospect of you answering some of these questions. I am genuinely terrified. Okay, let's just get into it. How is everyone? How are mom and dad doing? How are the grannies doing? How are Oma, Opa? How is Ma? How is Jason doing? How is everyone else? The aunties, the uncles. Give me the tea, sis. How are all the cousins? Are they doing okay? Is there any tea that I should know about? Is there anything interesting going on? Is everyone okay? Is everyone happy? Is everyone well? It's very hard to ask because I'm so scared to hear your answers. How is Caleb doing? Is Caleb okay? I think Caleb was okay. I don't know. 2032, Caleb would have been 10. It would have been 10. How is he? I hope he's okay. I get sad! But I have to ask this. This is the most important questions. I wanted to know how everyone's doing. I also wanted to know, how are your friends? Do you still have friends? It's actually a valid question. Have you made new friends? If so, who are they? How did you meet them? Did you become best friends? What did you have in common? I'm asking also for your old friends. Have you still kept in contact with everyone or with anyone? How are they doing? Are they okay as well? Do you know anything about their lives? This is another question that I am very scared to ask. Did we ever get married? Did we? Did we? You're 32. The goal is, yes, you would have been married by now, but I wouldn't know. So, are you? We could go two ways with this. If not, It's okay. I mean, are you on your way there? Are we planning to get there? Or are we nowhere near close? You can elaborate more on that. How are you feeling about that? Have your goals like shifted around that? What's going on over there? Don't even have any idea what to ask about that because I don't even know what the parameters are on why you're not married right now at that age. Tell me more on that. I would love to know. And if yes, sister, I have so many questions because you and I both know. We love weddings. We wish we didn't because that would save us a shit ton of money. But I mean, did you have a big wedding? Or is it like a civil court kind of sign a couple lines and then that's it? Like, what kind of wedding did you have? Is it a thing? Or is it, what did you wear? What's the color theme? What did you eat? Tell me about the day. You know that I am procrastinating on the one most important question of who's the guy? Is it our guy? Is it my guy? Was it the best day of your life? Did you have a good time? I want to know everything. I want to know what you said to each other on the vows. How did you both feel on the day? Where did you go on your honeymoon? Everything, just tell me everything. Because I just celebrated my 4th year anniversary this month. So I'm wondering, how does married life look like? This is assuming that you are currently married right now. You can elaborate more on that. There are things that I would have no idea what to even ask because I haven't lived that life yet. Do you have kids? Are you pregnant right now? Are you going to get pregnant? Or have you popped them out? Or have you popped one out? I don't know. As of now, kids are a long way for me right now, but for you, I'm not so sure. If so, what are their names? What are they like? Do they drive you crazy? How has motherhood changed you? Is it as scary as I thought it is? Because for me right now, motherhood is very scary. With your age right now, with like just you, what would you say to me having the hindsight that you have right now? What would you say? What advice would you give to this 25-year-old self if you could? Like, speak to me directly. What do you think about the future coming from your perspective? Have you ever had any big or small regrets that happened in the course of 6 years? What are some of the things that you are proud of? Compared to you, what do you think of me? Because we can't be the exact same person. You're probably someone different than who I am right now, and hopefully you're better than me, hopefully. What are some of the best memories that you've had? What are some of the best lessons that you have learned in the past 6 years? I think I covered it all. I don't know. At 32, I just want life to be kind to you, I think. Even if it's not, I hope that you have enough armor around yourself, a pillow under you to soften the blow, and a village to help lift you up when you're down. I hope that you are kind to yourself. I hope your life is filled with nothing but love and hope, because your name means that. Our name means hope. Like, we really like our name. So I hope that you're filled with love, with hope, with laughter, and with so many adventures. Those just seems like just Tumblr vocabularies, but I do mean that with everything in my heart. 32, I think I'm married and either I'm working my way towards a dream job or I'm doing like a million other like little things, but they're all a passion of mine. They're all creating a network of passion. So I might be doing a little photography on the side, I might be doing design on the side, I might be doing a lot of different things. At 32, I'm hoping I could look better than this. If you could, you'll be in a much better shape than I am, hopefully. At 32, I just picture myself like working passionately towards something. I'm happily married. Either I live in a starter house or maybe I live in an apartment trying to save for a house. I wish I will be a lot more social than where I'm at right now. I have like a more solid network of friends. At 32, I don't get depressed or nothing anymore. I don't want my life to be hindered just by feelings. Like I just suddenly feel bleh and then a week goes by. I want the social media pages that I created for self-expression, like this YouTube channel, for example, pages where I create, I hope I would have been consistently uploading there for like a few years at that point. Maybe at 32, I'd be thinking about kids. If I'm not already there, I would probably already be traveling by myself without my parents, maybe with my friends or my partner a few times. That would be very cool. What I think would be crazy by the time I'm 32 is if I really went on with a master's degree abroad. That'd be crazy. Or just working anywhere abroad. That'd be really crazy. Did you get any pet? Did you, like, after Caleb, do we have any more pets? I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. I hope that you are happy, you're well. Also, I hope that you are very healthy. I hope that you will keep looking up at life instead of looking down. I would urge you, keep going. If I didn't keep going, you wouldn't be here right now. So, keep going. Oh yeah, another thing that would be very crazy is if you suddenly had this like high level of like self-confidence where you just walk into a room and you're like, I'm the bitch, kind of like that energy. Sometimes I catch myself feeling like that, like when I really feel myself. But if you just suddenly had like zero self-doubt or much reduced, that would be insane. I don't think that's possible, genuinely. I wish you nothing but the best, dude. Yeah, this has been kind of weird. Where are you watching me from right now? What is the situation? What are you feeling right now? Just watching me talk to you. This is really weird. We're having a conversation where one of us isn't really having a conversation and the other one of us is actually having a conversation. So this is very weird for me. Do you like it? I'm not gonna have another chance to do this. I mean, I can, technically I can, but you know what I mean. And so, I don't know, I feel like I wanted to say so many things to you. I'm scared for you, but I want to be hopeful. I want to give you the hugest hug. Because when I become you, I think I'm going to miss me so much. I mean, I don't know, 6 years. There's a lot that can happen in 6 years. I'm genuinely scared that I'm gonna be battered by the time that you are listening to this video. That is sitting in the back of my head. And that is why it's like kind of nervous to record this video. I mean, it's officially 2026 now. Currently, it's 1:25 a.m. The leaf is officially turned. Happy New Year. Maybe you're watching this on New Year's as well. Happy New Year. I hope you're doing just fine. I'm doing just fine over here. I hope you're doing better than me. How about that? One can only hope. I have this like weird sense that I miss you even though I haven't met you yet. Maybe I don't miss you. I'm nervous to meet you. To meet what kind of woman you've become. Whatever kind of woman you've become, I think we both know that we are still both kids at heart at the end of the day. Okay, I'm just gonna close it here. I guess I'll see you soon. Happy New Year's from past you. I can't wait to meet you, but I'm also very terrified. But I guess time will tell. Okay, I'm finally done this time. Goodbye, you. Goodbye, everyone else who's still here for some reason. Bye. That's it for now.